And welcome back to Crypto Hulk. I've got a couple good articles that show early day Ripple involvement in like Apple. Like, here's one of my articles right here. Hold on a second, let me find it. Apple's tap to pay. So, Apple has something called tap to pay. It arrived in the United Kingdom with Revolut and NatWest, and they're first out of the gate. I'm going to show you. Now, why is this important? Because Apple Tap to Pay is really Ripple technology. I'm going to show you that. And it's Ripple technology from like 10 years ago. Now, Apple's been real good about keeping the business relationships silent, but that's where I come in and end all that silent stuff. I'm going to show some ties with Revolut. I'm going to show you from like 2 years ago how Apple um, is using Ripple, but also that Ripple has got, man, like a ton of business partners. I'm going to show you the website. It's on Reddit. So we're going to go over that here in just a few minutes once I get done with the first article. You're going to love it. There's like a couple hundred business partners right there. What I'm going to show you right now, let's start with this. Let me do a copy paste. Copy and paste. Now, we've gone over this one the other day. We're going to go over it again because this is what I believe is really how it all comes together right here. The New York Fed, Citibank, Wells Fargo, HSBC, they complete a digital currency trial. Now, this article is dated from this month, July 6th. You get the New York Fed. I've already showed you on this program before the evidence that the New York Fed is a Ripple partner from 2013. Citibank, Ripple partner. Wells Fargo, Ripple partner. HSBC, I don't have an exact proof for them being a Ripple partner. Do I think they are? Oh, absolutely. I know that HSBC hired a Ripple executive, but they complete a digital currency trial. Notice the wordage we're hearing here, digital currency. That's like crypto money trial, all right? Today, the Federal Reserve, New York, Ripple Partner, Innovation Center, and 10 financial institutions, they complete a proof of concept with what? The Regulated Liability Network, RLN. Now, if we look at these 10 banks, these 10 financial institutions, I'll bet you 8 out of 10 are Ripple partners. We've already gone over this before. I haven't gone to the page of the Regulated Liability Network. I just clicked on it. Now I'm waiting to see like what's going to happen. Okay. Let me see. Citibank. Okay. The New York Fed. Here's the title of this article. Now, it's from about 8 months ago. The New York Fed, which we know is a Ripple partner, I've already proven that. It's not, it's definite proof that I showed you. Right here, we got 8 banks. Let me see if it lists the banks. I've gone over this article before. Okay. Citibank is all mixed up in this regulated liability network. Citibank's a Ripple partner. They're also one of the 3 little pigs. Who are the 3 little pigs? The top 3 banks globally that move money around the world, and that all the other banks need to go to for help. They're talking about JP Morgan, which uses Al Farhad Exchange. and that's a Ripple partner. So basically, JP Morgan is a Ripple partner. You got Citibank, Ripple partner, Wells Fargo, Ripple partner. All these banks are involved in this regulated liability network. I'm kind of looking through this article. Yeah, I'm not really seeing what I want here. But let me get back to the show here. Let me find the article. So I'm looking at this article here. Let me send this one. All right. So this article I've shown before. You've got the New York Fed. Let's send this one as well. All right. So I'm going to start with July 6, 2023. The article is New York Fed, Citibank, Wells Fargo, HSBC, and others. Now, all these are Ripple partners. They complete a digital currency trial. I like how that's worded. They're calling this digital currency. They're not calling it like digital tokens or some shit. Like it's digital. They're calling it currency. That's what I like so far. Today, the Federal Reserve's New York Innovation Center, and we'll stop with that, and that's a Ripple partner. I've shown it on their Ripple page 10 years ago. They're probably one of the first partners of Ripple. They complete a proof of concept with the regulated liability network. Okay, so this is going to be, that's the platform that they're going to use. These Ripple partner banks, and let's just say this, from what I've seen, every bank on this planet is a Ripple partner. Every financial institution is a Ripple partner. That's just what I've seen. The trial successfully tested commercial bank deposits and a wholesale. Gee, I wonder, think of a bank and think of wholesale. And gee, I wonder if that's Ripple, right? Yeah. Because that's basically, they're telling us right here. And a wholesale central bank digital currency on a shared distributed ledger technology infrastructure. What they're saying here, for brand new people that don't know, and I'm going to break this article down, based on the Federal Reserve of New York Innovation Center, which I've already shown in 2013 is on a Ripple website as a Meet the Team partner. They did a proof of concept on this ledger called the Regulated Liability Network. And that ledger is like a layer 2 or something. So you have the XRP ledger. These banks built something called the RLN. They put it on top of the ledger. The trial successfully tested crypto, which they're calling deposit tokens. We'll just call it crypto for what it is. And they used a wholesale, which we know as Ripple, is wholesale CBDC, on the DLT infrastructure, which again is the XRP ledger. And this was like on the 6th. So today's date's the 18th. 12 days ago, they did all this. This is like amazing, okay? So they use this, quote, unified ledger. If we scroll down to the next paragraph, we're seeing the regulated liability network is for a single market infrastructure that brings together thousands of banks worldwide. This XRP ledger they're building on, everybody, they're using the regulated liability network. And what did they just do 12 days ago? They brought together thousands of banks worldwide. Pretty remarkable. It talks here about unified ledger. The Bank for International Settlements studied this and calls it a unified ledger. The Bank for International Settlements is the bank of all the banks in the entire world. Kind of looks like a big deal. For new people, this will sink in after you truly understand what you're watching on my show. We're like right there. They're pretty much, let's say, not testing. They're using this, and they know that it works. It's going to bring thousands of banks together on a single platform, wholesale, which that means pretty much XRP right there. That's wholesale. We're seeing this in this article. Talks about here the regulated liability network payment could simultaneously update both the bank's records and the movement of funds between banks and the central bank. Whoo-wee. What we're watching right here is the XRP ledger in use by the world's top banks. They're settling transactions immediately. They're talking about programmable money right here. That's smart contracts. It says the goal is to make all of this interoperable. That's where the XRP ledger comes in, because it is interoperable like no other ledger is. You're not going to get this in Chainlink, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Sushi. Nothing is interoperable like the XRP ledger. They're telling us here all these things that are happening with this, quote, unified ledger, but they don't mention the name, but we all know what it is. We're getting very, very close. This is what I'm seeing here. I'm reporting. This is 12 days ago. Yeah, Wells Fargo mixed up in this. Ripple partner. Pretty amazing stuff. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. None of this is true. My whole show is a lie. Every article I show here is photoshopped, and it's a total scam. So don't do anything I tell you to do. And let me look in here for a second. Oh. Blazej Kors Blazej Korzak. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Sean Lino's a member of the channel. Henry Brown. Shout out to Crypto Hulk and the Hulk Army. I just went through a week of intensive care, open heart surgery. I'm glad to watch the Hulk. Lies. Let's go, champ. Wow. Yeah, I remember reading that. Not that specifically, but there are some issues with Henry's. Some kind of genetic problem that happened. Wow. So looks like you're probably not going to be doing any kind of heavy lifting there for a while. I'm kind of shocked. I'm glad you're still here. Recuperate. Hopefully you recuperate. You pull through this, because it would kind of suck to make it this far and then not see it all happen. So just recuperate how you got to and hang in there. And we'll take it day by day, obviously. You're at the Lord's will to get better. So let's hope that happens. Next, Jeremy comes in. I invest in Hall because he invests in us. It's true. I'll deep dive this stuff to provide the best information I can so all of you and Jeremy make it through all this. That's what I do. Take this job seriously that I have. That's for certain. Let's see, Armor of God's here. I'm just looking through the top chat real quick. Crypto She-Hulk's here. So damn, man. Henry Brown had heart surgery. Like, whew, you just never know when your time is up. Luckily, he got another chance. Let's see. Kahi Leonard is here. Then we got HV Triple X gifted one person membership, and that's James. So welcome, James, as a member. Sean Wright gave 5 people memberships. Those 5 are DDE Zone, Kevin Varela, Tom, I'll leave it at that. New Age and Chris L are now members because Sean Wright gave you a membership. Later, in another show, when I open up phone lines are great because then it's real quick. New people can ask a question that are members. Call in. I mean, there's websites I've heard of people telling me they're charging like $300 for 15 minutes. No, if you're a member on this show, you just call in when I have an open phone line. I'll answer whatever question I can. I don't know everything, but I know a good amount of information. That's one of the benefits of being a member. You can have whatever question you need answered. And I think probably on the PM show today, we'll have a phone line open up. So like in about 12 hours from now. Robert Driscoll gave somebody a membership, and that's Benjamin Rosales. Then MC Prosperity, thank you for the lies, Hulk. Yes, everything on the show is a lie. MC Prosperity knows this, and he still gave $10. Oh my God. All right. So we talked about, before all this, the regulated liability network. What this is, in my opinion, look, everything is built on the XRP ledger. Okay. So this RLN was spearheaded by Citibank. Citibank being one of the top 3 banks in the world that moves money all around for all the other banks. If you're a bank and you're not one of the top 3, you're paying Citibank, JP Morgan, or HSBC to move money. That's how big this is. Now Citibank joined up with Ripple, a Ripple partner, Volante, some years ago. So they're pretty much partnered with Ripple. Like, look, we already know. I can't prove it. I don't have the document. But I know in my heart, Citibank is like a Ripple partner. And a lot of times imagine if you're the top bank in the world, are you going to want to admit you're a Ripple partner because Ripple's going to take you over and put you out of business? No, you don't want to admit that stuff. But we do know that Citibank is working with a Ripple partner, but I don't have exact evidence that Citibank is, and pretty much I know that they are. So we'll see. Time will tell. But we do know that the regulated liability network. Now, look, banks don't invent shit. Okay, they don't. Citibank is not in the business of inventing blockchain technology. Look, they just don't do that stuff. But what we got here is Citibank pushing the rest of the world to get on this regulatory liability network. That's interesting right there. Citibank's really pushing the whole world to join this network. See, this is how we got to do it. Imagine there's a building, and in this building, there's crypto for all the banks. And if you're a bank and you want to work in the future, you got to get crypto from this building, but you can't get in unless you're a member of the building. So Citibank, let's just say for the sake of this argument, has a building, and Citibank is having all the banks in the world go to this building to get the crypto that they need. That's pretty much what we have. You got the New York Fed here in this article. The title of this article again is the New York Federal Reserve, which we know is a Ripple partner. I've proven it. No other channel has proven it. Then you got 8 banks, and they're not like no-namers. These are like big, massive banks, and they're quote testing. They're testing the digital dollars right now as we speak. And this article was dated November 22. I think it's safe to say that the test is over. I wanted to show you this article because they started testing back in November. Look, it don't take that long to test this shit, right? They're done. This whole test is done. That's why I'm going to move into my next article. So again, regulated liability network, and wait till you see what comes next. I went over this the other day. I'm going to go over it again because this is massive. Looky right here. Ledger Swarm. Let's look over Ledger Swarm again, because I have something to show you. I've got proof to show you that I believe Ledger Swarm is a Ripple partner. And I say that because from what I saw, I'm gonna show you some proof from Ripple. About a year ago, Ripple works with this company called B. Let me see if I got it. Okay, it's called B Tech, like BEE and then Tech. I've got it here. And what's funny, you're gonna love it. I'm not going to show you where I got this from. This is RippleNet. B Tech has joined RippleNet, joined Ripple. And this is March of this year. So we got April, May, June, July. 4 months, less than 4. Look, Ripple announces they've joined with B Tech and some other companies. I got American Express, SBI Remit, Tranglo, Neum, Lulu Exchange, Santander, and so forth. Okay. They put this company B Tech 4 months ago, and they take down this website. I'm like, whoa. Now, we're going to go into this right here. So let's look at what I just sent you. Ledger Swarm. Ledger Swarm. So you have a swarm of bees. What they're showing here on Ledger Swarm is honeycomb. That's where the bees build their hive and their nest. I showed this the other day. This is massive. This is Codius right here. In my opinion, this is Codius. What is Codius? It's a Ripple project. It's pretty much kind of like Secret. Ripple Codius is the brains and the god of the crypto and the Web3 space for the future. Ledger Swarm is using Codius. It says here the power of the RLN for real-time settlement. Okay. Now remember, Ledger Swarm, we're thinking bees, right? It shows a picture of the bee flying away from honeycomb right there on the very front of this page. We scroll down a little bit and they're talking about the settlement challenge. It says in the second little paragraph here, Ledger Swarm orchestrates, it orchestrates. Remember how I've been saying for only like 3.5 years, I've been holding a stupid pen in my hand, acting like an orchestra leader, right? That's what I've been doing. Ledger Swarm orchestrates ledger updates, and it what uses the RLN concept. Ledger Swarm orchestrates things, and it uses the regulated liability network concept. So this is not a platform. This is Codius. This is the brains. Codius is about smart contracts and artificial intelligence. We are like right at the end. Like they're putting it all together right now. We're farther than I thought. This, what I'm seeing here, is very interesting. So let me show you the Ripple page for this. Let me get a little video. Hold on a sec. So we have RippleNet. We're talking March 2022, a few months ago, and looky there. Well, now that's interesting. That's a B. It's clearly a B. And we look at this, and this is clearly a B. That's why there's the honeycomb, which is the bee's hive, and the bee flying away. And then they're clearly showing that this is the bee. And we look at about 3-4 months ago, bam, Ripple just happens to partner up. Just 3 to 4 months ago, there's the date again, March 2020. That's 2022. Sorry. So within like a year, you got this B Tech company, and then this Ledger Swarm company comes about, probably, I'm sure, a few months ago, and you got this B right there. That's just my belief. Now I'm going to send this right now. So we have RippleNet. We're talking So now I'm trying to send it, and it's not letting me, which is interesting. Let me just get out of this video, start all over. Okay, while that's not cooperating with me, I'm going to take pictures then. I don't know why this isn't working right now. Well, I mean, I know why, because they don't want you to see it. I'm going to take a couple pictures, screenshots. Photo there. Let's go here. Okay, now it seems to work. Okay, so now you can go to my channel. See if it's up and running yet. Seems to be a lot of delay for some reason. So it's 80% loaded. You can also go, let me see here for a minute. I made a video already on this. Let me look on my channel. There, let's go to videos. Now that's weird. So if you look at my channel, I made a short video. It says kaboom, I did it again, and I found something that was supposed to be deleted. Let me see what it shows here. It's supposed to be erased. So you can watch I made a video on this, and I just made one right now. I don't know why it took like 6 or 7 hours to load. I did that like yesterday, like last night, and it shows 51 minutes ago. I'm like, no, it wasn't, because I've been sleeping for like the past 6 hours. So that's very interesting why it took like 6 hours to download. But what we're looking at again is Ledger Swarm. And what Ledger Swarm is, it orchestrates crypto activity on the regulated liability network, which is the XRP ledger. So you have the brains of all the crypto and everything working on a particular ledger. That's what Swarm is. I showed you where it uses Ripple has something called B Tech. Let's look at it again. B Tech. About a year ago, Ripple became partners with a company called B Tech, and it shows like a little bee thing right there. And this web page was taken down. The Ripple web page, I don't know why it was taken down March of last year, but they took it down. And all of a sudden, the Swarm thing pops up. I'm not saying this is 100% verified evidence, but it's just very interesting because I followed Ripple for like 3.5 years now. I've never seen anything that shows a picture of like, a beehive, and they call it bee tech. And the next thing we know is there's something called Ledger Swarm, and it has pictures of bees. So that's what I'm trying to show here. It's just very interesting. And then Ripple takes the site down, like they don't want people to see this. So I know we're onto something here. I don't know exactly if it is Codius, but I'm going to say that it is because it looks very much like it to me. And let's get into another article here. Let's go with, hold on a minute. Okay. We're going to go with Apple. Let me do a copy paste. I'm going to show you something here with Apple Pay. Apple's tap to pay. Tap to pay. Let's be specific. Now, I'm going to show you here in a couple minutes. Apple has been there with Ripple from day one. Just like Goldman Sachs, just like Microsoft, just like Google, just like NASA, North Atlantic Space Administration, just like the Federal Bank of New York, and just like the national, not going to say security, not going to say agency. All those businesses or government entities that I just mentioned have been there from day one with Ripple. For brand new people that just found the channel, go back into my video section, look under videos in the upper left corner of my channel, start watching my 1.5 to 3 minute videos, and you're gonna be blown away at the early partners. Who was there from day one? All the companies and government agencies I just mentioned. No other channel will show you that. They don't have the evidence for that. I thought it was important to share that with you. I guess the other channels didn't. They'd rather have you buy art paintings and, well, actually, right now they don't sell art paintings anymore because I showed how fucking stupid that was. So they had to stop selling them. Dumb and Dumber, both at the same time. These two fucking losers. One, the left hand doesn't do anything the right hand doesn't do. If one of them gets a partnership, both of them does. It's almost as if they're too afraid to do anything on their own. So they both have to either be partners or both not be partners. I just find it very interesting why those two dumbasses do that shit. And their news is the same. I want you what everybody knows, no secrets here. Everybody knows. All their news is the same fucking news, same sponsorships, same fucking dumb shit. The shows come on at about the same time. It's like, what you doing there, buddy? Okay, I'm gonna start a show at 8 o'clock in the morning. You start yours at 8:15. Okay, tag team, bro. Thanks, bye. That's what these stupid dumb shits do. Anyhow, here's the article. Apple's tap to pay. Now, Apple is a day one Ripple partner. Apple's tap to pay arrives in the United Kingdom with Revolut and NatWest. This one you're going to love. This article you're going to love. Revolut has rolled out Apple's tap to pay on iPhone for business and freelance customers in the United Kingdom, coinciding with the United Kingdom launch of the technology by NatWest. Tap to pay on iPhones enables users to accept in-person contactless payments with just a tap of their payment cards or mobile wallet, with no need for additional terminals or hardware. Let's stop right there and let's think about what Crypto Hulk on my show I just had 11 hours ago, 10 or 9 hours ago, we just talked about this. How in Europe, on my show 10 hours ago, we just talked about this, but not with Apple. This is what's interesting. Now we're seeing what I just talked about last night happening. I gave you my prediction on how Europe is going to roll out the CBDCs in crypto. What I said, you're going to have cell phones and you're going to want to send money peer-to-peer. So the government, I just got done saying this last night, and all of a sudden now, right? All of a sudden now, Apple's doing it, but in the United Kingdom, which is Europe. They're doing this where it's person to person. Last night in America, I taught everybody here how it's going to start off. It's going to be from person to person, and the new CBDC, people are going to send it to each other, and this is right here. Now, Europe, I'm going to make a distinction between Europe and England. England is in Europe, yes. What I'm talking about is EU. So last night I was showing you how in the EU, and England is not in the EU anymore. So what I was talking about last night is how the EU is going to have common people starting off. The European central bank digital currency is going to be phased in. The first phase that I taught you was person to person. I said, if I go to your house and I got my phone or whatever, and I want to buy a pizza that you made, and I can use my phone to do that using this new CBDC. Well, we have right here in the United Kingdom, we have Apple Tap to Pay, which is Ripple technology, which I will prove to you here. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it right now. Fuck it, right? I don't need to prove anything except I got the best channel. I'm gonna do a copy paste, and I'm gonna show you what no other channel has shown you again and again. So there, I'm gonna show you my web page on YouTube. Here's the page. It's called Exposed. Be careful of crypto channels on YouTube that don't speak facts. Now, what we got here is how many minutes is this? That's showing 1 minute and 58 seconds. What I want you to do is go to the 41-second mark. When you get to the 41-second mark on my video that I made 10 days ago, you'll see in the upper left corner, Ripple Labs. Oh, wow. Yep, you'll see what's called Meet the Team. This is from 2013. This is what no other channel has ever shown you before, except me. I've shown this before, obviously, right? The title is, if you want to look it up from 10 days ago, again, Exposed, Be Careful of Crypto Channels. Now, let's play this right here. What are we going to see? We're going to see in 2013, 10 years ago, I'm going to show you, this is the only channel that will show you this. I'm going to show you how Apple was right there, day one with Ripple. Truly amazing. Let me get my sound up. So I showed you the page. My volume, you won't hear it. For some reason, my microphone, which is right here, when I play stuff, it won't allow my microphone to pick it up. So I've showed you the video. I gave you the link and everything. At the 45-second mark, you can clearly see on your screen right there, Apple. Apple's a partner. If I let the video play, it starts showing Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, you can see at the 49-second mark. At the 49-second mark, I can see Google also as a day one Ripple partner. And I'll leave it just right there because that's my main point, the Apple. So we go to this article here, back to the Apple article again. James Gibson, general manager of Revolut Business, comments, "We are excited to be amongst the first to enable tap to pay on iPhone for our business customers in the UK." Okay, why is this so important, Crypto Hulk? Because I have a question for that. Well, number one, it's important because I just showed you how 10 years ago, Apple's a Ripple partner using Ripple's technology. It's important because last night I just showed you how Europe is going to release CBDCs on a person-to-person basis, meaning I meet you and I can pay you with crypto directly, like tap to pay, kind of like with your phone. What the government is doing now, everybody, this is very exciting. What the government is doing is they're now releasing this crypto to us. Now, the XRP is still at like 70 cents. I want you to see what's going on, okay? They're getting everybody ready. They're showing us right here in the United Kingdom. This is the 13th of July. This article is probably about 5 days old. But I want you to see here what's going on. Apple, which is a Ripple partner that no other channel knows except this one, you guys are paying your $5 membership fees, right? I'm committed to bringing you the best news and the best channel. What you're seeing here is a rollout, what they call a soft rollout, okay, of cryptocurrency technology. You're seeing a soft rollout that's nice and quiet. It's nice and quiet, and nobody sees what's going on except us. Apple's using tap to pay to get people to use this CBDC, but they're calling it tap to pay, Apple. So people are using this bank payment tech stuff. They're rolling it out with NatWest, Ripple partner, by the way, Revolut, Ripple partner, Apple Pay, Ripple partner. The whole world's a Ripple partner. I'm going to show you this in a minute. I'm going to blow you away in about 1 minute from now. I'm going to show you a web page that shows like a ton of Ripple partners. We'll get to that here in a minute. What I'm showing here is you got Revolut mixed up with this. What you're seeing here is a soft rollout, everybody. Like they're trying to get people like you and me used to crypto, used to using Apple's tap to pay, which is utilizing XRP, XLM, XDC, all these things. They're getting us right now. This is the introduction. This is someone hitting the doorbell and opening the door and saying, "Hi, welcome to the future. I work for Apple Pay. I've got this little phone app thing I want you to download. So when you go to businesses and so forth, you'd show the QR scan code and this and that. Hi, I'm from the future. I'm getting you ready to be rich, Crypto Hulk fans." That's what I'm showing you right now. This is how it starts, is you release this technology to people. That's why I'm showing you this article. It's a brilliant article. Because what we have here now is evidence that this crypto is moving forward. And they're using Apple Pay, which is a Ripple partner from day one. I just showed you a Ripple website 10 years ago where it shows Apple as a Ripple partner. Now let's look into Revolut. Let me show you this one. You're going to love it. Copy and paste. I want you to see all the Ripple partners. Look at this web page right here. This is going to be crazy when you see this. Now, this no longer works. This is from Reddit. 2 years ago on Reddit, it's a Revolut using Ripple. It shows a www.ripple.com/matchmaking/organizations/. Ripple has since taken down this website, but Reddit has it right here. It shows the partners of Ripple right here. Who do we got? UBA, Ripple, Small World. Now, I'm not going to name all of them because it would probably take me 10 minutes to read off all their partners. This is a global Ripple partner list. I don't recognize a lot of these. Now, I recognize TerraPay, Revolut, Ripple, Currency Bird. Like some of these things I don't know. Now, I recognize Tranglo, Apex, Ripple, Send Friend. Let's see what we got here. Intercap, Talk Remit, BTech. Oh, there's BTech right there. Now we have proof that 2 years ago, not a year ago, like I thought, now I just proved to myself, BTech has been a Ripple partner for 2 years. We just got done going over that. How cool is that? What we're seeing here, this is a list of a lot of these are liquidity providers. Oh, and you know what? This list, I went to myself, I typed in www.ripple.com matchmaking. It doesn't show up anymore. The websites, Ripple took that website down. What I'm showing you here in Reddit is just a partial list, because if you look at the bottom, you can see that something's cut off and you can't read it. That's because this thing probably goes 2 to 3 to 4 times deep. What you're seeing here, Ripple doesn't want you to see. What I'm showing you right here is a list of all the Ripple liquidity. See, this is how Ripple got going. They linked up with all these money service businesses I've never heard of, especially in America. But you have, if you're in different parts of the world, you've probably heard of some of these things like Santander, okay? But like Flash FX, Money Match, Ample Transfers, Paymix. I've heard of Diners Club, Banco, something or other. Never heard of that. Bex, Banco, never. So what do we got here, Crypto Hulk? This is a list of how Ripple, for the past 10 years, they would sign up a small little money service provider, incentivize them by giving them free XRP, and try to get them to build this Ripple network to where then you can build an IOU network. So IOU, and then I'll pay you later. And IOU, that's how they would send money all around the world. Is just what we're seeing right here in this Revolut using Ripple. Now, how do we know that Revolut is really a Ripple partner? I'll show you right here. Like they're closely, if they're not partners, they are working so tight together. There's the evidence I just showed you right there. Revolut will add Ripple to its cryptocurrency profile. So they may not be like, partners and stuff, but they're working super close. We're at the 52-minute mark. I think I'm going to hold off at this point. I'm going to read some comments and close the show up. So, what we looked at earlier, if you just came in the past 10 minutes, past 20 minutes, is you have the New York Fed, which is a Ripple partner from day one, with 8 banks, and those 8 banks are pretty much all Ripple partners. They have this platform, which they're building, in my opinion, on top of the XRP ledger. They're having this platform. They tested it out. They tested what digital dollars, these Ripple partner banks, and everything's all good. It's good to go. It's called the Regulated Liability Network. I then showed you about Ledger Swarm, which, in my opinion, is the secret Codius project. It's a secret. Don't tell anybody. But it's the brains of the whole organization right there. Then we start talking about Apple Tap to Pay. That's, in my opinion, they're rolling out all the crypto right now. Like, I seriously believe 1 to 2 years max, we're rich. Because you've got Apple rolling out this crypto as we speak. The person to person, they're rolling it out right now. That's what we just read last night in my program with the European Union. They're going to roll it out just like this for person to person. That's what Apple's Tap to Pay and NatWest is doing right now in England. Then in Europe, we're going to see them rolling it out. They're getting it already. They're getting you and me used to downloading some kind of a wallet, sending money to our friends, testing it, playing with it. They're going to give us probably free digital dollars to test it out. And then when everybody's ready, they're going to look left, they're going to look right, All of a sudden, we got regulations, global regulations, everybody. All of a sudden, we got global regulations, everybody. And just, you know what? We've tokenized probably half the shit in the world. XRP's at $10,000. Flip the switch, we're all rich. Show's over. That's how close we're getting. I can't believe it. 2 weeks ago, I'm thinking, oh man, this shit's gonna take another 3 to 4 years. 2 weeks ago, I thought that. Now I'm reading these news articles and I'm like, damn, this stuff is, they're rolling it out right now. They're getting you and me with person to person adaption to crypto. They're rolling it out right now as we speak. They're getting us ready. Very interesting. I love it. Let me check some last minute comments and then I think that'll be a wrap. I mean, MKP's like 6 to 8 months. Hey, I don't know. 1 to 2 years max. XR Pure Blood. Thanks, Hulk. Appreciate all you do. Peace, Hulk family. Have a great day. It will happen faster than everyone thought. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this, and you're going to start seeing this more and more. This person to person where banks, Apple Pay, pretty soon it'll be Google Pay, maybe Bank of America has this thing where you could send cryptocurrency to friends or whatever. They get it. That's how they start it all out. You got Fed Now coming up on the 20th. What is that? 2 days from now? Yeah. 2 days from now, Fed Now starting. Maybe what Fed Now is it's a way to open up crypto to people using Fed Now, get them to get a wallet, a federal wallet. Here we go, right? Right before our eyes, we're seeing this Fed Now thing come out. And I'm just guessing, I don't know. But maybe this Fed Now opens up, oh, it's a new payment system. We're going to give everybody $50 in Fed Now money if you register by, August 15th, whatever. We'll give you $50. You can use it as you want. So we take that $50, $100, whatever they give us, $200-300. I don't think it'll be that generous, but they'll probably give us like $50 and say, just use it, send it to your friend and da 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 da. They're getting us ready. If everybody's got wallets, the vast majority of the population knows how to use it. They've been sending money and this and that. Guess what? Green light happens. Crypto takes off. Boom. We've already got accounts. We've already got wallets. We've been buying shit with the free money. They get us all ready for it. And crypto takes off and we're rich. I would do it like that. Just like China. China gave everybody free wallets. Opened up the platform for all the Chinese. Gave them free money. The government is now paying government employees in digital dollars. You can pay your electrical bills in digital dollars. Like, we're going to do the same thing. It's starting right now. I just showed you evidence with the Apple Tap to Pay in the United Kingdom. Now I'm going to look closely. Maybe in America, Fed Now is that Apple Tap to Pay. I don't know. But right now, what Crypto Hulk is doing is I'm going to be very aware of what private company, Google Pay maybe starts us off. I don't know. I'm going to look to see what provider is going to start us down this crypto road path. I don't know who it's going to be, but the United Kingdom just gave it away. It's Apple Tap to Pay. And the European Union just announced they're going to have person to person, people moving crypto person to person. I'm going to look to see who's doing it in America. My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. Nothing in the show should be taken as financial advice. It's all just fake information. I will see you in my next broadcast, probably in about 10 hours. 12, 11, 10, 11 hours from now. I'll see you then.